Why, hello there, Internet. How are you today? I am here with the floating head of Eclair. Hello.
Hello, hello.
We were just discussing scheduling conflicts and
Yeah.
how to share information about scheduling conflicts.
Yes, that would be helpful.
So if anybody doesn't know, we were supposed to be doing Mario Party Jamboree right now with Nox, who decided to inform us 3 hours ago that he couldn't make it. Very last minute. Very last minute.
Yeah.
And up to like 15 minutes ago, he was still saying, oh, I could make it by 5 or maybe 6 because I don't know. It just kept changing. It just kept changing.
Yeah.
But hello, Eclair. How are you?
I am doing good. It's been a fine day so far, I suppose.
Fine
Other
day?
than the scheduling. How are you?
I'm probably better than you were a couple minutes ago. Claire was like super stressed about this, about the scheduling thing, and really frustrated by it. And I'm just sitting here like, yeah, I've been in VTuber Discords before where they've tried to schedule streams. This is just life.
I know. I know. It's just a little bit more of a heads up. It's nice.
Oh, I think this stream has been really lucky when it comes to like scheduling stuff over the past year or so. Anytime that I've done streams with other people, people have showed up like a few minutes early, 20, 30 minutes early. Everybody's actually shown up, did their thing. This is like the first time that somebody hasn't shown up. We've had it easy here because I'm crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, this is everybody is a Ludwig. Everybody
Alright.
just everybody everywhere just seems to show up whenever. But yeah, I'll be honest, I got back from a walk like
Oh, that sounds nice.
a bit before stream, and I was playing the longest game of. So when I go on a walk, I call people when I'm on a walk. I talk to people when I'm on a walk. So I went out and I tried to call my father.
Okay.
And I get a message that says, this phone number has been disconnected. It no longer has service. And I'm like, well, that's annoying.
Okay, yeah.
So I had to call my grandparents to be like, did he get a new phone number or something? They're like, oh yeah, he did. And I talked to them yesterday, by the way, and they didn't tell me about this yesterday, but they were like, oh yeah, he did. I'm like, do you have his new phone number? I don't know what organizational systems you're used to, Eclair. Like, how do you organize information you're given? They don't.
Oh.
They have one of those little yellow notebook things, and the entire every page is filled with random numbers and information in every direction, to where if you're ever trying to find information, good luck. It's a Where's Waldo on the page.
Oh goodness.
So after being on the phone with them for 20 minutes trying to get this phone number, they just hung up, called somebody else, got the phone number from them, then called me back and gave it to me, which took half an hour. It took half an hour to get a single phone number because they couldn't remember where it was on the page. And then when I did get in contact with my father, they were building a doghouse for some reason. They have a small dog. It's almost winter.
Okay, yeah.
They're just randomly building a doghouse in their living room. I don't understand. And then they were having trouble following the directions and trying to figure it out. And one thing you have to learn about my father, he can't put together anything. Basic instructions don't exist to him.
Oh,
They don't. They're not real. They can only hurt him.
oh goodness. Oh no.
So I was on the phone with them for half an hour while they, okay, using his words exactly, it's supposed to be like a 30-minute build. I was on the phone for 30 minutes with them, and they got from step 1 to step 2, and then went back to step 1 because they screwed something up, back to step 2. That was the entire progress that they made over the course of the entire conversation.
Well,
So that was my walk. I don't know.
sounds like a productive walk.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. I guess. Definitely did that. So
Oh,
hopefully
good.
your day was a bit better than telephone and dog house.
I mean, it was more adventurous in my day. I woke up way too early
As we do.
and what did I do today? I woke up way too early and after that I kind of bumped into your stream again.
Yeah! Ocarina of Time Randomizer Part 2.
Yeah. That was enjoyable, but I passed out like halfway through because it was still early.
Passing out.
I just fell back asleep.
I'm
And then when
sorry
I
for your
woke up,
loss.
yeah, I woke up, I'm like, oh my goodness, what's happening? It was just a weird days, and I was just like, right, I'm at my parents,
I'm
and
somewhere else.
but my family did get up until like way late, past lunch is when they actually get up. So my
Ow.
morning was very uneventful. I got up, ate breakfast, and then was working on some art until finally they woke up, and I was just like, hi.
Ooh, what you working on?
I am currently working on a commission that one of my friends sent me to help out to figure out how the website I'm using works. And I am drawing them Hamilton. Oh my gosh.
Camp. Would
Hamilton,
like the historical figure?
Rock,
What?
Sybil.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh my god, I'm sorry. I get Hamilton and Hannibal
Hannibal
confused.
Lecter.
I'm I'm drawing her characters of Hannibal and Will from the show Hannibal.
I'll be honest, if it's TV, I've never seen it.
I see. Yeah, it's
Um,
one of her favorite shows, and she was like, "Can you draw me this?" I'm like, "Sure." Simple enough.
that's nice. I
Yeah.
can't draw. I should remove the randomized tag while I'm looking at my stream, because I mean, while this is a random stream, it is not randomized. Or is it?
Mm. Oh.
Eclair is now hosting my stream. That's the random.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
You,
Today we're doing.
you've never done Twitch streaming, right?
No, I have not.
Ooh,
It
that's fun.
piqued my interest, but I never gone and done it.
Never tried it. It's an
No.
interesting set of sub skills, I will say.
Hmm.
I
It's cool.
It's almost like you're having a conversation, but the other side is a text block who sometimes responds and sometimes makes fun of you. Hi,
Think
chat.
Hello there, chat.
How you doing, chat? See
I
that
hope they're doing good.
they're currently pretty quiet. They do their own thing. That's
They
something
do,
that we
don't
got.
they?
That's something that we gotta understand about chat is sometimes they just do their own thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, something weird happened in the YouTube lands for me this past week.
Oh,
So did you see the TikTok that I put out that was like the warning about receiving mail?
yes.
So for anybody out there who doesn't know, I put out a little warning that was like, if you get mail, especially mail from like random fans or something, make sure you like get it scanned or something, because in the past people have put like trackers in like the packaging or in like inside of gifts, and they've used it to track people. You know the craziest thing about that and my timing? I came up with the idea for that short a week before I made it, and I made it last Sunday.
Okay.
The day before I came up with the idea, Camilla, who is a fairly famous indie VTuber, had their house broken into by a fan who had put a tracker in a like stuffed animal that they gave her at a convention. I never knew this. I didn't know this happened. So I was really confused when my video suddenly got 5,000 views on YouTube and people were talking about Camilla. I was like,
wow.
I was like, what? So apparently this is something that was topical on accident. I would like to apologize for everyone. I usually don't do anything topical. And I mean, I don't really know Camilla that well. I don't know if you've heard of Camilla. I don't know how many VTubers you've seen.
Have not. The name does not sound familiar to me.
Only reason I know of them is because they did some stuff with Vettel, and Vettel is the person who made the AI Neuro, the AI VTuber.
Oh.
So I don't know if you know them.
Okay, I remember.
Yeah, so they've done Camilla's done some stuff with Vettel. And that's the only way that I know them. But yeah, apparently the day before I came up with the idea, that just happened. So I guess this is a second warning. And I think what's happening right now in the VTuber space is a lot of people just aren't accepting gifts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's pretty standard. And I mean, the entire week, or the entire, like every day since that's come out, I've been like, should I make a short talking about where I got the idea for that short from? Because I mean, stuff like that's happened a few times over the years, but I specifically remember, I don't know if you know who Pirate Software is. They made they made a short a year ago where they were talking about very briefly like the things that they do because they're a streamer that they wouldn't do, and that was literally one line. Was they like had to open their mail at the post office and get it scanned there because people do weird stuff to them. It was literally like 3 seconds of that from like a year ago, and that's where I was like, that's where I got like that's specifically where the idea entered my head to do that short. Oh man, I saw that like months ago.
Oh wow.
I had to be like, I'm not jumping on bandwagons. Hi Clover, how you doing? Welcome. We were supposed to be doing a Mario Party Jamboree stream right now, but now I'm just sort of chilling. This is Eclair, the floating head that I should hold on. I'm gonna label you.
Hello.
I'm gonna give Eclair a label, guys. I'm gonna do something you should never do. I'm going to assign Eclair to a box. The box is, what color do you want your label to be?
Yellow.
Okay, that works somewhat. Let's make that 10 and black and this is Claire. How are you doing, Clover? We're just sort of chilling here. I've now labeled Eclair properly. 20 minutes in, so you know we're on top of things. So yeah, that entire story just sort of happened out of nowhere. It was so bad.
That's crazy.
It does. Listen, I still haven't shown my face on the internet. There was one picture of me that was on the internet from MySpace.
Oh,
MySpace.
my face? Wow.
And it was so Isol, who's a person in my Discord, some other Discords, was a friend of mine that I met in middle school. And back in middle school, we did a little band thing together. We have music somewhere on YouTube that I can't play because it's got my name attached to it, whatever. But
Fun.
one of the pictures that we took that was taken there and then eventually uploaded to MySpace for some reason, he took like one of those winter like beanies and put it over my head, like all the way over my head, so it went down to like my neck. And then he just went and collected a bunch of stuff from his basement and stacked it on my head. So I think there was a plunger and a bunch of stuff on my head, and that's the picture of me. You can't see my face. I'm just sitting there with a pink beanie and a bunch, like a plunger and a bunch of stuff on my head. That was it.
That's great.
Oh, I hope you're having a good stream. Funny thing about the good stream, we turned this into just chatting because Nox doesn't know how to be on time or tell people stuff. I'm gonna keep making this about Nox.
We're just gonna loop back.
It's gonna keep looping back. It's gonna keep looping back. Dude.
Yeah?
Dude. I don't know. I needed to stretch.
Oh.
Like everything in my body just cracked.
Oh.
There were other things to mention. Like, did you see that I made a 6.5 minute long TikTok yesterday?
Yes.
Just because I could.
I saw that and I was watching and I'm like, this is kind of long. And then it just continued. I'm like, oh, okay. I watched through all of it, but I was just like, wow. This was unexpected.
Yeah, the story of that was the greatest story. So I made a TikTok the other day where I mentioned Blue Sky and I put it on YouTube and somebody went off. They were like, you shouldn't be using Blue Sky. Blue Sky is terrible. They monitor everything you do. Use Twitter instead because you can't speak your mind on Blue Sky like you can on Twitter. And I'm just like, dude, what is... Are you okay?
Yeah.
It was like the craziest thing. I still haven't deleted or responded to that comment. But yeah, my 6 minutes of just I literally read the terms of service, the community guidelines for both sites for like 2 hours.
Oh yeah, it's crazy when you were just kind of like, oh, I went into detail to find this information. I'm like, whoa.
Wasn't much detail. Isn't Twitter being more monitored now? Depends. I have a short about this. I'm informed suddenly. Listen, before I started researching Blue Sky for that exact short, I couldn't tell you a thing about it. But both Twitter and Blue Sky currently monitor and do everything in basically the same way, which is if you post information, it goes to Twitter, they check it, and then they decide whether it can go up. Or in the case of most of these social medias, it goes up and then they'll flag it with some sort of algorithm and they'll come back and check on it and then take it down. Both Twitter and Blue Sky do that currently, but Blue Sky is actually set up on the AT protocol, which allows it to be a little bit more decentralized, which means they're currently building towards a decentralized version of this where, and you can tell I'm talking fast and rambling because that's what I do when I'm explaining stuff. I'm sorry. The AT protocol allows them to have basically different websites and different programs, or in this case, different modules of people who can set up their own moderation tools so that they don't have to do it, so that it doesn't go through them. But they're working on that, and that's called Ozone, which, not to be confused, there's an entire different social media platform called Ozone. That is not the Ozone that I'm talking about. So to answer the question, Twitter is more monitored. And Twitter can also sell your information to research companies. They say so right in the terms of service. They never specify what this research is. Blue Sky does not have that provision, in case you're wondering. Also, Twitter just changed their legal jurisdiction from Fresno, California to Northern Texas, which is very bad.
I bet.
It allows them to get away with a lot of crimes and also to get away with a lot of crimes.
Yeah. Not good.
I didn't want to put too much in there about that, because I was like, I don't have proof for any of this. But I had a list of like 15 reasons that you would change from California to Texas, as a jurisdiction, and I'm not kidding when I'd say it looked like something that a Bond villain would do. Like, the reasons were not good.
Oh no. Oh goodness.
So yeah, Twitter, Blue Sky, whatever. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm used to streaming on my own where I just have to rant about stuff, because that's ranting.
I mean, you still rant.
Yeah, that entire thing was a rant, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's not too different.
Yeah, I know, right?
Just
That's the problem. I got a cop a bunch. That's the extent of this. Oh my goodness. But hello, everybody. This is Eclair. Eclair is an artiste, and by artiste, I mean they're better than me at art, which isn't that hard. If you've ever drawn a stick figure and it came out looking like a stick figure, you are better than me at art. Oh, I wish that joke wasn't true.
No. I actually drew stick figures when I was younger. I drew them differently than how people would draw them. Or that's what I remember. I don't think it's true. People just comment on it. It's just like, oh, why do you draw a stick figure like that? And I'm like, but this is a female. I draw a head, I draw a triangle, and then I have the arms. And then for the men's, I just draw a regular stick figure.
Yeah, that's usually how people did it, right?
I would assume, but like people were just commenting on it, and I couldn't tell if because it looked clean or because I just wasn't paying attention of how other people drew.
Nobody knows how to draw. This is Eclair's Mimikyu for stream. The last art that you posted on the channel was the little Mimikyu with the glowing red and the Cutifies.
Yeah, I'm proud of that one. It
really
was supposed to be a moon, but it didn't look good, so I just took it off.
I think the moon would be hard because it would make the angle confusing, right? That would be my assumption.
The way you have Mimikyu is like supposed to be looking up, and that was the person that's supposed to be looking at the moon. And I was just like, okay. But when I was drawing it, the moon just did not make sense. And I couldn't make it work. And I was just like, you know what? We just take out the moon, and then I continued drawing it, but I didn't draw Mimikyu in a different position, which I kind of wanted to.
You could have made Mimikyu look dejected and sad, which really wouldn't have helped with the Cutifies because they are not. I really like the red outlines across, especially like the stick, the branch. I'm good at word.
Yeah, absolutely.
The little red outlines, it reminds me of 3D glasses for some reason.
Oh, thanks.
I don't know why that was the thing that came to mind.
Yeah, I was messing around because I was trying. So this work here is kind of I was trying to copy another work I did beforehand, and there was because I have a Zoroark on a what's it called? On a light? No, what is it called?
It's in the city.
Light.
Hold on, that one was posted in here, wasn't it? It's this one.
I don't.
No, that's a different one than that one. I don't think you posted that one in here.
Hold on. I think I can actually.
It's fine.
I don't know if I can post it.
It's fine.
But yeah, I have another work that's similar to this one, but it's with a Zoroark on a traffic light. And when I posted it on Tumblr, it was getting a lot of traction. And the one thing people were commenting on it was just like, oh, I love how the sunset looks. And I'm sitting there thinking, reading comments being like, the background looks great. And I'm like, thank you. But
that's not what I wanted to do.
Take long. It's simple. But people like it. I'm like, I'm glad they like it, but I just can't help thinking that it just did not take long at all. It was very simple.
I think that's the okay. So I have a very analytical brain. I'm not good with the art stuff. I've noticed something absolutely crazy when it comes to people is they hone in on something they like, and it's almost never the thing that the artist was trying to work on. So, like
Yeah,
like
I would say that's true.
the work above me, my little art thing was made by KiwiG Arts. Got their own
Mm,
Twitch channel, and they do art as their regular streams when they do it. And KiwiG spends a ton of time on backgrounds, draws them up from scratch, and then also spends a decent amount of time on like the characters that they're doing. And it's like it's always when I've noticed when people are commenting on the stream, it's always about like whatever they're not focusing on. Whatever they're not focusing on with the piece
oh yeah.
is the thing that gets the comments. It's like,
Yeah. It's fine. It doesn't necessarily bother me. I just always think to be like, but that's not what I was working on, or that's not what the amount of effort I put in, and I just kind of laugh.
I will
But
say
as long as
the background looks good, but I notice a lack of Big Dipper.
wait, I mean, I could have put in constellations. I could have put in more thought with the sky, honestly. I just put like a little bit of stars. I'm like, it's fine, it's fine.
Guys, I found Orion's belt. Don't tell Claire, but Orion's belt is right there. The rest of Orion isn't, but Orion's belt's right there.
It's great. But at least I have a constellation.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Art is something that I don't understand. Did you see? Okay, you were here when I was doing all my recolors of this model, right? And how I struggled with getting basic color theory down for a model, and then I gave up and went back to this.
I think I was there. You were messing with your eyes and your hairs at one point.
That was it, but
But
like all of the outfits specifically.
oh yeah, I remember now.
I had like 50 variations of colors for the outfit that I was just working on.
Yeah, I remember that. I
That
mean, some of them look good.
some of them look okay. They definitely weren't what I wanted, but like that is the process of me in art. Is even when the lines are all there, and all I'm doing is changing colors, I can't make something that looks good.
Oh. I've been practicing. I've been trying with colors cuz I know if I can tell different colors are different in black and white, then I did good because you can tell that there's a difference.
I have something
But
here. I don't know if you're looking at the stream. I have something that I was working on a couple weeks ago,
let me pull it up.
and it's not good yet. Ah, it's this
Oh.
recolor. I was working on a better version of this recolor. And this one is
Bad?
very bright. Claire,
is
where's
bright.
this recolor from? You should know.
Oh, is it inspired from the daisy that I drew?
It's from
Right?
this picture,
Birthday?
the
Yeah.
birthday one with the daisy colors. And I was trying to take it, and I'm like, it is way too bright. The green is a little bit too bright on it too.
Yeah, it's a bright outfit. Because as I was doing this, I was just like, I need to do something with Daisy. So I was just like, let me just take her colors because she has a good color palette. So I was messing around with the colors. It was either supposed to be like mainly orange and then the accents yellow, but then I just flipped it because I didn't like it the other way.
I have no thoughts either way. I've proven that I can't do colors, but yeah, I was working on this a little bit. I'm gonna try to tone it down a bit, but I'm trying to get the alternate colors back in.
Oh. I
Oh,
mean, the outfit's good. Other it being a little bright, the colors work.
yeah, I need to figure out how to tone it down. I think the white is too bright. I think everything about it is just too bright. I need to desaturate the entire thing. Also, hi, Allie. How you doing? Welcome in. We're
Hello.
vamping.
Yeah.
If anybody has anything they want us to talk about or anything they want to know about, let us know. I can answer questions about Twitch. Claire could answer questions about art, probably. Neither of us could answer questions about the geopolitical situation in Argentina. Although
Exactly.
I am proud to announce that the Argentinian what is it? The inflation rate has come down quite a bit since last year. Okay. I'm switching back to the non-blinding characters. Quest is really just chilling while rigging my newest model.
Ooh.
I love.
Rigging?
Listen, I tried rigging for a short amount of time. Hi, Jackson. Here for the conflicts. Sorry, not much conflicts. Nox decided to not show up on time today because he had plans that he didn't tell anybody about.
I guess that would be the conflicts of the day.
Let's go back to the room because a Claire is labeled in the room.
Hello. I am back.
The label is back. I tried learning to rig a little bit, and as somebody without artistic ability, I found rigging to be much easier than drawing because it tried to make sense. But at the same time, I was awful at it and it took forever.
Do you think you're gonna get back into it?
It cost money after the first month, so
Oh,
unless I was making enough streaming to be able to put like 100 something. What is it a month? What is Live 2D a month?
I don't know.
Oh, I'd have to make like $650.
Oh wow.
But yeah, there's also
Okay.
yeah, there is a monthly subscription, I think. But I don't know what it is right now. I can't find it easily.
15.
It's so hard to find that information when I'm just searching
Oh,
like $15. I'm looking at enterprise plans for Live 2D Cubism, the whole thing. I guess student discount, you can get it for like 8,000, 9,000 yen for 3 years. So I guess there's that.
Oh.
That's like $90 for 3 years. So it's not the end of the world, but yeah, I probably won't get back into it unless this whole Twitch thing blows up a bit more.
Yeah.
Actually, funny thing. I know people don't like showing stats for stuff. I want to show these stats because this is really funny and we missed them last time. Guys, I have 6 viewers right now, 666 followers, 6 subscribers, and 6 sub points. Thank you all for the 66666.
Oh my gosh.
I don't care about all of that. I just want the 6s to be Yesterday when it first happened, we had 7 viewers. I think you're doing good and you'll get there. Ow! Dude, I'm getting blue shelled.
Ooh.
I think you're doing good, you'll get there. I've been doing this for years. Dude, green shell to the face.
How?
Claire, they're attacking me from behind you. With Pokeball
Hold on.
shells. I'm holding.
Here. There we go.
I have the
One will
crown.
protect you.
It is
He
on
will
my head.
protect you.
Nobody used the cat. I haven't fixed that, and I refuse to fix it for now because it's too much work.
Mhm.
It's not that much work, but I would have to learn how to use okay, so I don't know if you've ever done this where you try to set up something and then you come back to it like 6 months later and you're like, I have no clue how I did this. I have no clue how to fix it. I have no clue what I did. There's the cat. That is me every time I try to come back to these programs to fix stuff. I'm just like, I worked on this like 6 months ago. I have no clue what I did, how I did it. No clue how to. I don't know.
I feel that.
Ooh. Clover asks, "What's VIP?" Claire, would you like to answer that with your wonderful VIP badge?
Yeah, sure. I got this badge. When did I get this badge?
A month and a half
About a
ago,
month
2 months ago at the most. I don't know. It's in my roles thing. It'll tell me the exact time if I go to roles, but I don't know.
I think it was around 2 months ago, and I gain one special feature that I remember that this gives me. Can send links.
You have 2 special features actually.
Two?
Yep, there is a second that I don't use. So if you get VIP, it allows you to send links in chat. It gives you a little diamond next to your name. And if I was being absolutely evil and I did this and turned subscriber mode on, or no, not subscriber, because you're already a subscriber, that won't work. Let's turn subscriber off. If I turn emote only on, emote only mode on, where you can only type in emotes, I think VIPs can still chat in emote only. That's not that's emotes. You're supposed to try sending a real message. Yeah, so subscribe, yeah, you can still send them an emote only. So arf as soon as I turn emote only off. So yeah, VIPs are it's basically a badge in larger in channels that say that you're like somebody that's trusted by the streamer or something. There's a limited number of them determined by the amount of chats that you've had in message or in your stream at one time. I think we have like 15 VIP slots and something like 8 filled. I can check on that actually. Dashboard.twitch.tv, community, role manager. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 7 VIPs. It's an achievement, I think. So where do they put the stupid achievement stuff? Because achievements aren't useful for anything on Twitch.
No.
There, if you've never been in the back end of Twitch, there's like they've gamified streaming to where like here you go. Here's the achievements page of Twitch on the back end, guys. You can see if we get 25 people in chat to talk at the same time, we'll unlock 10 more VIP badges. What's this called? Build a community. I should have, that means I have 2 levels of this already. I think. Dude, I don't know. I don't know. It's not here. Should be. What if I save up enough hydration to drown you? Happened in the past, added a 1-minute cooldown between them. If anybody remembers, I had an entire stream where everybody was spamming hydrate, and I posted on my Discord that people were trying to drown me. And it brought more people from the Discord into here to drown me.
That's great.
But yeah, like here's the path to affiliate achievement. In order to get it, you need to have 50 followers, stream for 8 hours, stream on 7 different days in a month, and then average 3 viewers in that month. These are all over a month, so you have to stream for 8 hours within that 30 days. And I got these I got this in 2020. Yes, but I'm bad and I hit the wrong button. I hit the button to go to the room. Here's the achievements. Here's like the Twitch affiliate one. I'm so good at my job. This is what I do for a living, guys. I don't do this for a living, but this is what I do for a living, guys. This is build a community. Reach 50 followers, and getting this unlocks the first VIP badge, and then this one unlocks more and then more. Fun story about this 25 people chatting. I had 5 people chat to get this up to 24. You see it? You see that this is big numbers 24? I had 5 people chat, and then you know how sometimes on small streams you get those bots that come in and say like you can buy views here?
Oh, yeah.
I had 19 of those at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
19 at the same time. They unlocked the 10, the 15, and the 20 people chatting all
Oh
at this
my
all at
goodness.
once just from bots. And then they got banned.
Oh, that's great.
That's how I got my VIP badges, guys. And if you want to get VIP badges, just win the lottery like I did that one time. Oh no.
That's great.
The dashboard's a joke. The dashboard's a joke. My path to partner is great, guys. I've streamed for 42 of the 25 hours, streamed on 21 of the 12 days, and my average viewers is a 3.95. I can read numbers. You know the worst part about the path to partner achievement? A lot of people, when they're starting out, think that in order to become a partner, you need to get this achievement.
Oh.
That is not the case. This achievement just gives you the ability to apply for a partner. In order to actually get partner, you need to hold usually 50% higher than this for like 3 months. Pull out the 50.
Wow.
Oh, I could do that. You could IRC client the Twitch chat and then just bot 50 different times the chat in it. Yes, if you just want VIP badges, that is a thing you can do. Don't do that though. That would be against the thing. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. I showed the dashboard on Twitch. We lost a bunch of views. I see how it is. I'm also checking my histories and stuff, so I'm doing a lot of stuff. I have 8 moderators on my channel and 7 VIPs. That one doesn't need moderator. I don't think I use Nightbot for anything anymore. I'm going to delete that. That's Restream bot. That don't need to be here. I'll delete that. I don't know what bot this is. I'm going to delete that. I think we're down to these 4 bots. These 4 bots can handle it. Well, 3 bots and a mod. I have an emergency mod on my Discord. If for some reason I die and my stream refuses to shut down, contact the emergency mod. They have a command to shut the stream down. Now, if they remember the command is a different question, but they do have a command to shut the stream down.
Interesting.
Yes. You keep seeing an ad, but no ad. There shouldn't be any ads.
Not for, I don't know, a little bit?
14 minutes. Weird. Weird. I could run an ad. Okay, I'm gonna log on to my bot account. You can tell it's a bot account because it says it's a bot account. Hi. I've done it. I'm looking to see when does my my next sub is on December 1st. Yes, my bot subscribes to me. It's got emotes. It's got a 46-month subscriber badge. Try to beat that.
I don't think I can. Oh goodness.
And I've never spent I borrowed a family member's Amazon account, linked it to that one so that I can get the emotes, and I've just been using.
Oh my goodness.
And they use Amazon religiously, so I don't think I'm gonna have problems with that.
Oh,
And I make $2 a month off of them.
beautiful.
Absolutely great. I thought about reaching out to other people and being like, hey, you have an Amazon Prime account, right? Could I borrow that for a
That's great.
because you figure
Like, hey, man,
Yeah,
borrow this real quickly.
you figure you need like 20 people. And if you get 20 people, you'll be at like $47 a month. Just
Oh,
saying.
wow.
Just saying. Be like 46 something, 46.70 a month
Oh.
from 20 people. If you just borrow their Prime.
Just borrow this and borrow that.
Yeah. Amazon wouldn't come after you for that. No. I would hate that. But, you know, guys, if you have a Prime account, or if your parents have a Prime account, or if your neighbor has a Prime account and they're not using it, consider Prime subscribing to me. Why? Because I asked you. I asked you nicely. Next time I won't ask as nicely.
Oh,
I won't.
for
Let me.
one only.
You don't need a credit card for a. That's the point of the Prime account. I always ask for Primes when if I ask for them, because Prime is something that, like, it's a free thing that you're already getting, right? Like, if you're paying for Amazon Prime, you're already getting the Prime sub. You're just not told about it.
So if one wanted to Prime sub, how would they go to Prime sub to a streamer?
There's a little, actually, where's my bot? How would you Prime sub? That's a good question. No, I don't use Amazon. As somebody that worked at Amazon, I could thank you wholeheartedly for not using Amazon. Okay, we're back here. Thankfully, I'm covering up the gift a sub button, but there's a little sub button here, and it'll blow up the screen, and it'll ask you what sub you're doing, and then down here it says, oh, this is the billing date. Right behind my head, it'll say 1 month. Where this, like, what happens next button, there'll be like a sub, and then there'll be another button hidden down here that says sub using Prime, and that's the Void. Look at my screen, it's the Void. I got rid of the Void. I had to.
It's too much.
Did you do the bottle thing? What is the bottle thing? What is the bottle thing? Do I remember the bottle thing? I don't know. I was asked if I did the bottle thing.
I don't know the bottle thing.
Oh no, the pee bottle. No, it was a big thing at some Amazon warehouses where you weren't able to take a break. Luckily for me, I did the docking and undocking of trucks and the safety inspections for those while I was there. So I had like 40 minutes of work every hour. So I had like 20 minutes of just doing whatever, as long as I had a walkie-talkie on me. Only time they cared is if, like, somebody was touring the building, then I had to be busy for those 20 minutes. I also worked like unloading trucks and stuff, but that was a hellscape. I actually have a wonderful story about training in Amazon and all of that warehouse stuff, because it was awful. I don't know if you've ever worked a warehouse job at Amazon, but it sucks. Don't do it.
I have not worked at any warehouses before.
I recommend staying away from them. The wonderful thing about Amazon is I went in and they trained me on how to package stuff.
Okay.
And then a month later, they trained me on the unloading and loading things. And then 8 months or so, that's all I did. Amazon has a policy where if you don't work something somewhat consistently for more than 6 months, you have to be retrained on it. One day they decided to put me back on that line after they changed things, and they were like, why aren't you doing well with your numbers? And I'm like, well, according to your policy, I need to be retrained because I haven't done this in like 8 months.
Oh goodness.
Oh.
Oh wow.
After 2 days of that, they stopped assigning me to that.
Nope, we don't need you.
I did talk to so they moved somebody from our doc over to HR to work over there, and I talked to him like several times, and I was like, you could just schedule me for training. And he's like, yeah, no, we don't want to do that.
Oh my. Wow.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, Clover. Not gonna lie. What do you want me to call? I call them Clover because that's their name on TikTok. That's the name that I first ran into. But Bill Bob is hard for me to say because I always want to say Billy Bob.
Billy Bob. That's great.
I prefer the truck to like anything customer facing. I've worked retail and I've worked warehouses, and I've worked retail and I've worked warehouses. I would rather unload a truck than have to deal with another random 50-year-old woman yelling at me about I don't even know what, because she thinks I slighted her because I took 2 seconds instead of 1 second to scan her object.
Oh goodness.
Also, I've never been robbed working a warehouse. I will say that. Never been robbed working a warehouse. Have been robbed in a retail environment. Don't need the second. Would rather not deal with other people. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it can be a hassle.
Although I will say, while retail, I didn't get drug tested once. At Amazon, I got drug tested 3 times in a week. I don't know what they were looking for, but the medical person in that building hated me by the end of it because I have what is known as a dry mouth. So what's supposed to be like they do the mouth swab, and what's supposed to be like, I don't know, maybe a minute at the most, I'd be sitting up there for like 7-8 minutes.
Oh my.
We just end up having an entire conversation. Oh. So using the cat hat with the crown breaks it, right? It just makes it so that the cat is permanent, I think.
You can't switch it.
I can manually switch them, but it didn't go away when it should have.
I see.
I had to deal with a few things today alone. Besides getting yelled at, I had a woman pull cash out of it. Yeah, no. The places where people keep money is disgusting. Money is never clean. Never lick money. I will put it like that. Guys, if you ever thought for 2 seconds, I want to lick George Washington's face, don't do it. Just don't do it. I don't know what diseases you get from doing it. Just don't. That's going on TikTok. Oh no. My goodness. Claire, have you ever had the amazing thought in your head, I need to lick George Washington's face right now?
No.
You're probably better off.
Okay, well, I will say this. I never had the urge to lick money, but I do smell it.
You smell money?
Like fresh money.
Fresh money. Fresh money. Fresh money.
Or I guess like not fresh, but like, I guess.
Probably the only reason that I can't relate to that is I basically have no sense of smell. If something like smells really, really strong, I can smell it a bit, but anything that's like generally pretty weak, I can't smell.
Yeah, that's kind of how my roommate is.
It
She
sucks.
has a bad sense of smell. And there was this one time where I was pacing around the house because I thought I smelled gas. And I'm like, where is the smell coming from? There is clearly gasoline somewhere. And so I asked her, I'm like, hey, do you smell this? Do you smell gas? And
No.
she's like, no, I don't smell anything. And I'm like, I swear I'm smelling something. So I was pacing around the house trying to figure out what the smell is. And I'm like, it's coming from the living room. It shouldn't be coming from the living room. There's nothing in the living room where gas should be. I realized the front door was open. So I went to the front door and what do I call this? Her bike? It's like, it's like I think it's more like a scooter. It fell over because it was very windy and it was like raining out. She's like, oh, flip. I think it was coming from here. And she went outside, opened it. The gas went everywhere. The, it
Like
would spill
a
all
gas filled
over
like
in front of the house.
a gas propelled scooter. Oh my goodness.
Uh,
Sort of
yes.
sorts. Oh
Mhm.
no.
No,
That sounds like
yeah.
it would be
And I
me.
and I was so glad that I figured out where the smell was coming from because I was freaking out. I'm like, we have an electric stove. I don't know where gas would be coming from. And I
It's
was
coming
just
from
pacing around the whole house. I'm like, where's the smell coming from? I gotta figure it out. It's bothering me.
it's coming from inside the house.
Oh gosh, I'll be freaking out. We have
Oh. Have you heard of the TikTok challenge of kicking indoors? No, because most interior doors are hollow, so I would just put my foot through it. And exterior doors, not really a reason to kick them in. We're gonna have ads in like
yeah.
30 seconds, guys, just so you know. So I'm gonna go grab another water during the ads. We'll be on a little bit of a break. That'll be 3 minutes. Get up, stretch, do your normal stuff. Crack your neck, but don't snap it. That sort of thing. And we'll be back. Why would you kick it? Okay, I'm gonna react to that when we're back because I'm just confused as to why. Have fun, everyone. Thanks for being here. Quack.
What? Okay.
Okay, welcome back. We're back. Hello.
Wait, bro.
How's everybody doing? I'm not gonna lie, Jackson. I don't know why anyone would try to kick in a door for a challenge. That's a crime. Like, that is literally the breaking and entering part of breaking and entering. I guess breaking, because I guess you don't enter. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound like it would be that difficult. Like, front doors are typically built more sturdy than other doors, but they're still not that strong. I don't know. It just sounds stupid to me. I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't want to do it.
Sounds too much of a hassle to do.
Although I did type into YouTube TikTok door kicking challenge, and I was getting videos all the way back to March. So apparently it's not new, and people are stupid, and lots of people have already went to jail for this. This just reminds me of that money thing, the TikTok money thing with Chase Bank, who, by the way, awful bank. People should steal from them more. Hashtag not legal advice. They are an awful bank, though.
Oh.
But yeah, it just reminds me of the stupid TikTok thing of the trend of people going and committing check fraud in order to get money.
Oh,
I guess.
Remember that?
It's so stupid. People are dumb. This is not helping me with my thoughts that people can be intelligent creatures, by the way. It's just not. I'm honestly surprised that check washing isn't a more commonly talked about crime, though. Do you know what check washing is? I'm guessing not.
No, I don't.
There are specific parts of this that I'm going to omit, but you can, using some specific chemicals, remove the ink from a check, like the written on ink from like a pen or something, without damaging the rest of the check. So you can fill in any information or any numbers that you want.
I see.
Check washing is the process of blanking a check out, taking a filled check and making it blank. Check fraud is the process of refilling in that information with some other numbers.
Oh.
Very important information.
Yes.
But yeah, no, check fraud is old, like, and check washing is old, and it's a very boring version of crime. Very boring. Good for a couple $1,000 here and there, I guess, if you don't get caught.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
I'm actually like regularly surprised by how little a lot of people seem to know about specific parts of the world. And then I realized that I don't know anything about most parts of the world. Like general crimes, I can probably to talk a little bit about like check fraud, that those sorts of things, the different ways that you can commit it. I don't know. But if you ask me about like ballerinas, I know nothing. What does a ballerina do again?
They spin around and look pretty. I remember taking classes when I was younger. When I got older and when I remembered like, oh yeah, I used to take classes for ballerina, I sat there thinking, I'm like, where did I take classes from? Because there's no place in my town that I saw that took places to teach ballerina, and I was just like, where did I go?
A lot of gymnasiums in smaller places will have that, because I know we had one who did gymnastics and then also like ballerina stuff on the side. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it was it was like a building, but like after a little bit, it was in my head, but then I kind of forgot about it until one day, driving around town, I look, and I see this. It's not a poster. I see a sign And I look and I'm like, "Oh," it had, like, 2 ballerinas on it, and it had the title of the place. I'm like, "That's where I went." Apparently it moves. The building has moved
it's
here and there.
it's a nomadic building. Just
And
walks
I
around,
was like,
does its own thing.
"That's where it was, because I
Or
thought it was, like,
that's
went out
where
of
it
town or something.
is. Oh
I was just
no.
like, "Does exist?"
I can't. I don't know nothing about it. I actually, the only thing that I know about ballerinas is they tend to not make it that long. Like you retire early because it's very stressful on joints, like extremely.
I think
And
the reason why I didn't continue is because we couldn't afford it. Because I was doing other things when I was younger, like, I was in soccer into, like, the community soccer, and then I was doing I think I was at school,
you
but I was
think you
also
were
doing
in
soccer.
school?
I think I was in school. I couldn't tell if it was during the summer or during school time, but I know I was in soccer, and that was, like, kinda throughout the year, and since I stayed in soccer, I didn't do anything else. I wasn't there for a long time for the ballerina stuff. I
I
remember, like,
don't
I don't know,
understand.
I remember a memory of it, like, I did that at one point, but then I stopped.
I don't want to mention all the sports and stuff that I did at once. I did martial arts, soccer, American football, basketball, and baseball interspersed within any given point in time for a couple
Oh.
of years when I was younger. And some of the sports like basketball, baseball didn't intersect. But soccer intersected with everything because I played soccer from when I was like 5 up until I was like 16.
Yeah, I think I played soccer since I was, mm, when I was little, but I don't remember my age. I'm assuming like 6 or something.
Assuming,
Up and
yeah, it's usually around first
I wanna
grade
say
when
6, I don't know.
when
Because
they
we
start
there's like
tracking.
yeah, I don't know when I got out of soccer. Had to be after middle school. How
I
old was I?
I know when I
I
got
think I
out
was
of
like 15 or
soccer
16.
because my high school team, my high school refused to put me on the team, so I joined the travel team that played against that team, and then we went and beat them twice, and then I stopped playing. Yeah, but I will say I don't, I've never really had good endurance, so sports like soccer were always bad for me.
Hmm.
I stuck with soccer the longest. I don't know why, because out of all of the sports that I played, it's the one that I probably was the worst at. I was I was
Hmm.
when I played football, I was always the shortest person, but I don't know if you know this. Short people are vicious.
I would I would say yes to that.
I remember there was we had a practice where we were doing tackling drills or something, and I know there was one where I had to chase down somebody from behind and bring them down, and they assigned me to the biggest person, like literally twice my like. This is when I'm like when we're like 10, 11, so like I'm the small one, and the other person has gone through puberty,
Oh, wow.
and I I went through and I destroyed them. Important question. How short is short? I don't know how to put this. From the 4th grade up until 9th grade, I was literally the shortest person in my class. Doesn't
Wow.
matter what year, doesn't matter how much people grew. I was always the shortest person in my class. I mean, in
And
general, average height of a 10-year-old boy in US. Okay, 50.5 inches, 2 feet. So 10-year-old boy average height is about 4-ish feet. That's like the lower bound of average. I was shorter than that by a bit. When I say I was the shortest, I mean I was the shortest. It was not a good
There
time.
was I had an underclassman, and she was very short, and her name fit well with her because it
Careful with
like
names.
yeah,
This is the internet.
but yeah, couldn't say it. But like she was so small when she was in high school. She still was as tall as like a 5-year-old child. She's so small. And I saw her recently in town and she's still the same height.
Dude, that's gotta suck for a living though.
Like she grew like I think a little bit, but she's still so tiny.
Like a 5-year-old is like 2 foot tall, 2.5 foot tall. That is small enough that you would not be able to function in any way. I
Oh,
guess.
she was very short. Let's see. I think in high school she was around possibly 3 feet.
Dude, that
And
is
then
tiny.
when I saw her recently, I think she grew to 4 feet.
Dude, that is tiny.
She's
She would have
small,
still
very
been taller than
small,
me when I was 10 years old and 14.
very small. I give her rest of it because I'm a small person myself, but like she only reaches I think to like my chest.
You
So
trying
she's still like a good
You're trying to ask what short is for you now? Oh, like now it don't matter. Like I'm gonna be honest, height is a bit of a joke to me because in high school, and okay, so funniest friend group I've ever been in. In middle school, I was the shortest person in in the grade.
oh
Isel, who was my friend, was very average height, so a bit taller than me. And then I had another friend who was 6'6" in the 7th grade. That was the trio.
oh
That was the trio. We had the shortest person, the average person, and the 6'6" person who went on in high school to grow to 7 foot.
that's perfect.
Height is relative to me, so I was shorter than everybody that I knew of my own age group, so I was short.
Mm,
Um,
Mind
to,
my height for
today,
for me.
I don't know average heights at all. Like I don't know if you have this. I can't look at somebody and tell how tall they are.
No, same.
So
I
4'2" maybe. What is short? I literally don't know.
for I would still because what am I? I think I'm 5 foot. And that would still be considered short because the average would
The
be I
average
think the
for
average is like five
female is
two
like
or 5
5'2", I think.
I think it's 5'2". Might be 5'5". I'm not too sure.
I I think for me, I would because I don't care that much, but like 4'9" maybe or not like 4'10", 4'11" maybe 4'9" definitely short. I don't know what short is.
For short, wait, for no, for a man,
N-
average
well,
height is around
no,
5'10", 5'11".
average height for men is 5'9.5" in the U.S.
Oh, okay. I mean, it would be considered short if a man was 5 foot, so I think that would be
Yeah,
the answer.
for men, maybe like 5'4", 5'5" is what I would probably class. Because again, it's all relative to me, and I don't care. Although I am the perfect height to make people mad. I don't know if you've ever had this. Probably not
I
because you're not a man. All
I am
men
not.
seem to want to be 6 foot. All
Okay,
men
yeah.
seem to want to be 6 foot or more. And I have a thing where I've met many people who are shorter than me, and they all look at me and like, you're like 6'2", right? You're like 6'2" because I'm 6 foot and you're taller than me, so you're like 6'2", and I'm like, I hate to tell you this, but I'm 5'10". 5'10" and a half on a good day. I'm 5'10". You're just lying about your height.
Oh my goodness.
Oh no. And every time they argue about me with my height, and I'm like, would you like to see my driver's license, or would you like to go down to the doctor with me? We can get I can get measured right now. I can guarantee you I'm gonna be like 5'10", 5'10 and a half. Dude, 5'7" isn't that short. 5'7" is fine.
5'7" is fine, yeah.
5'7"
Unless
is
you just
fine.
have tall friends in your friend group, then
Yeah, if you're listen, if your friend
yeah.
group is mine from high school, where the other people are 6'9" to 7 foot tall, then yes, you're short. I hate to tell you this, but being 5'7" with friends that are 6'9" and 6'10", you're the short one.
Yeah.
That was me. I will say most painful summer ever was between middle school and high school, when I went from being the shortest to being above average height in 3 months. That was not a fun time.
Oh.
I think people are too caught up on height. I don't get it.
Pay attention. I just know everyone's taller than me, and I'm like, okay. If you're tall, then I'll come ask you to grab things from high shelves or something.
Please don't.
Like,
I hate you. I hate trying to grab, because listen, with how the cabinets in our house are set up, I'm just tall enough to reach the top shelf, but I'm not tall enough to securely grab anything from it.
I see.
We also have
You
tall
need to keep
shelves.
climbing up on everything.
Yeah, we also have tall shelves in there, so it doesn't help. Oh no. Yeah, no, I don't get it. I think there's it's all down to dating, right? Like, especially online dating, where like, I don't know, like 6 foot is like the cutoff for men, and I don't know if there's a cutoff for women. I generally don't.
I never heard a cutoff for women, because I hear women say like, "Oh, I want a 6 foot dude," and I'm like, but why does that matter?
They probably won't know the difference between like a 5'10" and a 6 foot anyway, considering everybody that I've met doesn't. I don't date, so it doesn't bother me. But it's like this really weird thing to me, because I'm wondering if that exists in metric as well. Like, is there a metric cutoff? Because like for 6 foot, it's the even number, right?
Well, yeah.
It's the even number.
It is an even number.
Is there a bias towards male height in metric? I don't. Just brought up gender bias. I don't under. Okay, we got research paper. I don't understand.
Oh yeah. I wish I could help more, but I can't. I'm
Oh, there's
also not
a
really into dating
Quora.
much.
Okay, so what is 170 centimeters to feet? Okay, so in Brazil, it seems to be 180 centimeters to be considered tall, not 80. My translator. Well, it would be 5'9". So it's just a round number. It's just a round number, whatever the round number is that's near you. That's so stupid. No.
Very strange.
And then 190 is like 6'2", and almost nobody's reaching that. So yeah, 180 would be the round number that's near that. That's so weird to me. I don't know. I think there's. Listen, I'm gonna be making stuff up here for. I'm not sure about this, but I think there's like a thing where some subsection of both men and women don't want to deal with the inverse height difference. Like, I know of men who don't want to date a woman who's taller than them, and I know
I've heard that before.
and I know women who don't want to date men that are shorter than them. I don't get it, but
Yeah, I've heard that before.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
like, it's all on someone's preferences, but like I heard it, it's become like I guess typical.
I don't know.
And then it's just like, well, if you just find someone you like, you don't really need to worry about like their height or anything. Cause like I could understand like why for looks, but like for height, it's just like it's just their size. It's just the size of a human.
The size of a human, anywhere from 1 foot tall to 7.5 foot tall. The tallest person was 8 foot. But yeah, dude, Clover, that friend of mine who's 7 foot tall, his sister played professional basketball. She was like 6'5".
Mm.
She
Yeah,
was,
I had a classmate who was really tall. I think by the time in high school, she was already like 6 foot. She was really tall and lengthy.
dude, it's hard though. I don't know how to tell you this, but every door he walked through, he'd have to duck. Every single one. Every single
Oh,
one. It was awful. Dude, I'm a match. Dude, I'm 5'10". I already said I'm 5'10". In this stream, I was the short person for a long time. But yeah. I'm slightly above average height for a male in the US, but I'm not 6 foot. And I've never claimed to be 6 foot. My uncle is 6 foot. Taller girls could be nice. Being shorter would be nice. What? Taller girls could be nice. Being shorter would be nice. It's like up to an individual person, right? Like, I think some of the problem that, and I've heard this one before, is there are some women who feel like if they date a man of similar height or who's shorter than them, it makes it awkward to wear heels. That's what I've heard.
makes it awkward to wear heels.
Yeah, because then they're like
Oh,
much taller.
but that
They,
wouldn't be a bad thing. Okay, well, I say that, but
you say that, but you're not the one living in their mind. And
yeah, yeah,
so I'm not going to condemn people because everybody's like each individual person is completely different. Like
yeah.
their worries, their fears are all their own, all unique. I don't have them. What I
Yeah,
have is
yeah.
this mustache, and this mustache will be with me until I click the button again. I choose to imagine you being short. Listen, I don't know how to tell you that just because I have a chibi model, because I didn't feel like fixing the adult model to get rid of that. I really do the adult model, the cheek thing. When I turn, I hate that so much.
Oh,
It's the mouth. When you turn, it does that little thing with the cheek. The only reason I don't use that model is because of that. I'm gonna be honest. I just don't like it.
the
I
chibi model works.
but yes, I do have a full size model. It has all of the capabilities of this model, except for the cat ears. Does not have cat ears. So
Kitties.
people imagine me short because I don't use the big model because I don't like the mouth on it and how it functions. Can I? It wouldn't be propped up, but can I wonder if I could find the location for that. I'd have to do it. Show. I'd have to
So,
I'd have to bring it back in because a couple, what, 6 weeks, a couple months ago, my thing broke. My Steam
oh
broke on
yeah.
my stream computer and it lost all of my information, so I had to remake it all. So I didn't re-import the model. That's the big one. Okay. Okay, this is the one. So if I go to my VTube Studio, go up here, click this button, change, click import, that'll bring me to the open folder button where I can open the folder to where I can post it in to where I can click the button. This isn't going to be set up if it works. It's also not going to be the right colors. This one won't be the right colors because these are both customizable, and I didn't go through the process of recoloring them. But this is the base look of it.
Here's the model.
Hello. I haven't done anything with the parameters. I literally just imported it, so this thing's gonna look broken. And it's not set up for anything. When I set up a VTube model, I spend a long time on the parameters trying to get it so that it looks good with everything. This. I don't like it. It's that little cutesy thing. It only does it in one direction. I don't know how you feel about you not being chibi. How do you feel now? Quick question. How do you feel now? Oh. This model is so weird. This isn't the model, right? It fits. Wow. It is this model, right? This is the one that okay, this is my test model. This is the model that I use when testing features, either for other people or for myself. And because it's just loaded into VTube Studio by default. So anytime that I really need to test to make sure things are working, I don't use my model because my model could be broken. I use this one. Yeah. I haven't done it in a while. I have the Hanako Himawari bot, and I stream sometimes on that when I want to test things. My last stream was testing bitrate. I literally streamed at 20,000 kilobits per second. Kilobits. 20 megabits per second, and it worked. But it did not go well. By the way, Claire, if you want to stream, you too can have this model. It's so exactly like you and not customizable in any way.
Yeah.
Oh no. You can also have this model. My eyes are up here. My eyes are up here. What are you looking at? This one does not work well with me. And my glasses. It doesn't work well with the glasses at all. So that's why I don't use it as much. You can see I perpetually looks like half asleep. But again, none of those are set up for me. My mustache is back. My mustache is back. I got yelled at because I don't use programs that other people use. The more common programs for VTubing. Why? Because I happened to stumble upon the ones that I got and got them for free a while back. Something
Absolutely.
I
you
got
just get the stuff for free.
I'm like, I got this one bundled with something or it came free, so I use it. Like this.
There you go.
The throwy thingy. There's another version of that works like better and is more common, but I don't use it because I got that one with something else and I don't know what I don't remember what it was, but I got it with something. And it's so everything that I do is a little silly. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've had many models. I've had 3 models now and multiple PNGs, and that little art dude to my side is a representation of what I could have been. No, that's a Kiwi G art of Chibi Doity. Chibi Doity. Ow. Made before this model. Before I got this model, actually.
Yeah.
So actually the color scheme for this model is based off of the little guy. Why am I getting pelted with stuff? I can beat you. I can beat you. No matter how much you throw, I can throw more, and some of it's not available to you. Oh man, I'm so good at this game. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was gonna look at the Discord server that I'm in. Oh, this is what I was looking at right before the stream started, by the way. I was mentioning people online were like freaking out about Twitch. Now,
Yeah.
Twitch has a $50 payout, which means it doesn't matter how many of you subscribe in a month. If I don't reach $50 in earned revenue, I don't get paid that month. It's got to be set up for next month. Like it all carries over to the next month. And when I hit $50, then I get all the money. Somebody was like, oh, by the way, they changed it from $50 to $100. And I'm like, no, they didn't.
Oh.
No, they didn't. It used to be $100. They changed it to $50 for everything except for one payout mode, and that's wire transferring, which stayed at $100, and these people couldn't read. Wire transfers still have a $100 payout. They've always had a $100 payout. It's because they're more expensive.
I see.
Please don't throw cans at my window. It is not a very strong window. It is a very dark window. I don't open that window. Don't open that window much.
Yeah.
I
wish I can open my windows.
I had a story for today and I forgot what it was. Hi, Ash.
Story?
Hey, Ash, our game got messed up because Nox didn't show up. I'm not gonna move for a second. You guys can like freak out about me talking and not moving. I need to go to my notes on my iPhone. Okay, apparently something that I last made a note in my phone to talk about something like 2 weeks ago. And I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah. So I've got a question.
Yeah.
Do you ever live in like a really rural area where like hunters and fishing like are like the main things to do?
No, not where I am at.
I currently live in the middle of suburbia, nowhere near anything that would be hunting and fishing related. So like a couple weeks ago, I was driving home and parked on the side of the street next to where I live was just a big camouflage truck with a realistic deer on the back. And I was just sitting there thinking, and this is funny, if you're a hunter, the last thing that you would want to put on the back of your truck is the thing that people shoot at. Why do you want people shooting at your truck? Just had a realistic... Listen, I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. I'm not that smart. This is what I find funny. I apologize. But yes, hi Ash. I have a chance to do something stupid. Probably a deer decoy that they haul out, place somewhere. No, it's just like painted onto the back of the truck. I don't know, man. It just seems like something you'd shoot. I grew up hunting. I grew up fishing. I can't stand fish. Can't stand fish. The taste, the texture, the smell is typically, it's like the one smell that I can still smell is the disgusting fish.
Oh.
It's disgusting. Yeah, no, they just had a camouflage paint on their truck. It looks stupid in suburbia. Oh no. It's the return of the cat ears. Oh. Yeah, no, fishing is okay, I guess. I haven't been fishing since I was like 15, but yeah, I just don't like the smell of fish in general. Like, doesn't matter if it's guts or everything or anything, just the smell of fish.
I've always been curious about fishing, but some of my family members they do hunting and they usually hunt for deer since we have deer out here.
Yeah, deer hunting is pretty popular.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. I never went with them, but like I saw their equipment and then one time they brought deer back. It's not in town. they do deer out of town since that's where they actually hunt. But when I was out of town there, they brought back a deer and there were and they have the like right stuff, so they just butchered it at the garage. And it's
Yeah,
just like, oh,
that's not really uncommon. I think so. When I was what was it, 12 or 13, I had a young hunter's license. I went out hunting and for deer, and in my first year out, I ended up getting one. And one of the things that my uncle, who I went out with, forced me to do is because I shot the deer, I had to gut the deer. So
that
that was
makes
the whole thing. Ever had
well,
fried catfish? Dude, I hate
um,
fish. Doesn't matter if they're catfish or not. So yeah, I tend to not talk about my hunting much on the stream. I do bring it up from time to time that I have hunted
mm,
because I know there's a lot of people who really don't like that. And
oh,
there's a lot of things very disgusting about hunting. A lot
yeah,
of
it can
stuff.
be a bit gory.
I've never
But
really been bothered by the blood though. Like I've done I've been fine for like animal biopsies, autopsies, that sort of things, whether living or live. I am Luke Skywalker with the Tauntaun, or Han Solo, I
mm,
guess. That doesn't really bother me.
mm. No, yeah, it's I would say it's a bit typical around here. I don't know if we do any hunting in town here. I just know like there's seasons, but they usually go out of town for it.
Yeah, it's almost always based off of land and such. There are areas that you can hunt,
Mhm.
areas that you can't. You can't really hunt in city limits, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of how it is.
Although I did see, well, it was like a week ago, somebody put on like Reddit or something. I forget what the site was exactly. They put a blind up and they labeled it as a see-through tent. And it's one of those things where if you're walking around it, you
Yeah.
can't see in and it's completely camouflaged. So it just looks like the things around it. But if you're inside of it and you look out, you can see through it to what's on the outside. It's a blind. It's what they're
Mm-hmm.
made for. And
Oh, cool.
people were like super amazed by this. But the one question that kept coming up is, can you sleep in it? I would not recommend sleeping in a blind. I would never recommend sleeping in a blind. The wind just blows through those things because they're not designed to stop wind, because they're not. They
Yeah,
don't
the design.
stop water from falling on your head because they're not designed to do that. And they've got no floor to them.
Wow.
If you want to buy a tent, buy a tent. Do not buy a blind.
Mhm. No, yeah, that makes sense.
My natural pauses suck.
Mm.
Where did Nox go? No, Nox still isn't back.
If
How dare
I
he?
am expecting 30 more minutes
I'm
or
not
even an hour.
expecting him back tonight. He was supposed to
Oh,
be here at 4, and then he told her we were late. Then he was like maybe 5, and then he was like maybe 6, and then he'll get back at 8 and be like, "Where is everybody? Where is
right.
everybody?"
Uh, exactly.
Oh my goodness, I'm the worst person in the world. I'm just ranting.
Oh,
I would like to
but I,
apologize to you and everyone for my inability to not talk.
it's all good. We could find conversations. But one strange thing that happened in town is that we got a bear, which was
Kuma,
very strange.
Kuma, bear, bear, Kuma, bear. Wait, there's a bear in your
Mm.
town?
Yeah, it was just very strange because I was because since it's a small town, there's like a Facebook page for it, and there was just like, oh, beware, there's a bear at the park, and I'm like, why is there a bear here? It just didn't fathom. I'm like, we're surrounded like by mountains. How did it get here?
It walked. That's how bears get
It probably
places.
did,
They
and
walk.
apparently we get bears like every few years. Apparently, Like
Yeah,
this was
they just
apparently like the third bear that brought here, and it was only one. It
rotate
was just
around.
one bear.
It's always
I don't
confusing
know.
though, right?
A little bit. I'm pretty sure it just migrated. I was just dumbfounded. Like we get bears?
Dude,
I was like, no.
oh, when I was in high school, we had a bear that was
Huh?
it had a cub and it was set up like 100 feet behind our house in the woods.
Huh?
So
Oh,
you'd have to
wow.
look out for it when you were trying to get in your car. That was bad. But that's like the only time that besides people, I knew people who hunted bears, but besides that, it's just like blah.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. The internet's
Mhm.
not giving me information about stuff. Listen, my
Well,
VTuber knowledge is 0. My Twitch knowledge is not useful to anyone. Never mind.
think
Somebody,
something.
dude, 8 minutes
Yeah.
ago, somebody posted a question on the Twitch subreddit. I feel like 8 minutes is a long time, but I'm really confused by this. There are many reasons that people have gotten into streaming, but I have a stream where I can read them.
Oh.
Okay, this person says, I've been thinking of starting to stream as a way to feel less lonely.
Okay.
I have severe agoraphobia. If I leave my house, it's at most 3 times a month, and it's only if I have to, if I have no other choice, and I don't really talk to anyone. So since I'm so isolated, thought of a way to put myself out there would be streaming. I was wondering what games you guys would recommend me to start playing that are free. That's a terrible question. Blah 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 blah. It's a bunch of starter questions. Like I would like to know what streaming hours. Blah 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 blah. Dude, I think the agoraphobia is a really interesting thing for streaming.
Agoraphobia?
Agoraphobia, fear of like the outside, large space would be the official thing, but it's like the broader world. So it's basically
Okay.
if you have agora, like for this person that they have agoraphobia, it's more likely that they'd be inside their house, like they'd be afraid of going outside, or as they said, they don't really go out.
Okay, I see.
So
Alright.
I don't know, like it depends on what causes it. I guess for them maybe, but I don't know why. Like first of all, my thoughts on making friends through streaming is a little silly, because making friends through streaming is the same as making friends in real life. You have to go talk to people. Like if you just go live, you're probably not going to meet many people. It's probably not going to help with the loneliness. Not going to lie.
Yeah, communicate
Yeah.
and
Guys,
make connections
you
put
guys
in the
want to see
work.
how many Discord servers I'm in
Oh goodness.
just for communicating with peoples? Hold on. I'm gonna go through all of them, and I'm just gonna open some ones that's not used for communication. Like, I'm a streamer, guys. We're still in the art channel. The art channel is scary. That one's for the thingamajig. This is a racing one. I am gonna leave that because yeah, I'm leaving that server. That's for racing. So I have my servers. I have exactly one server in there. Then I have like, these are just servers that I'm in to talk to people.
Wow.
Or this is a streamer one. This should be in here. These are ones for different streamers that I know. People who've streamed, different streaming communities.
Wow.
These are all my speedrunning servers for games that I've speed. This is just my Ocarina of Time and Zelda speedrunning, randomizer speedrunning. These are my farming sim game ones. These are my other game ones. I'm in a lot.
It is a lot.
As no life and cringe, VR chat helped me so much with people. VR chat does seem like it would be a really interesting way to talk to people. I just don't think I would be able to handle it. I don't know what other people feel about VR chat. It seems like one of those things where I personally, because I don't do new people to take a lot of warm up for me. I don't think I'd be good with that. I also wouldn't want to spend the time to find servers, but that's also me.
I feel like all the people I met through like online, it was because through my post. I never once sought out like Discord or like anything. I was just like here, art and post.
I'm bad at
And
that.
there is this I remember this oh yeah. I made a post on Reddit because I was joining a like small little contest for like the Code Lyoko. And I posted my art and then one of the comments was just like, "Oh my goodness, I liked how you this concept art that you drew of Sissy." And I was just like, "Oh, thanks." They liked it so much. They let me know some of their personal projects. And then we just had a conversation. He was just like, "Oh," like saying how much he liked it, and then we just continued talking, and then it just went through like, "Oh, I'm working on this. You're so cool, inspired me." And then he was just letting more me know more of his projects. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I'm currently trying to
And
find a good image of Elizabeth. Elizabeth.
but I just found that a little bit amusing. It's just like, oh, someone like me art so much. Now I'm talking to this person, and now I know this person.
Probably the best image that I have of it's a pretty bad image of Sissy.
Oh.
For the people at home. Dude, I was literally just on the Code Lyoko subreddit the other day, and somebody was asking about this. The skirt with pants under it.
Like
They
they
were like,
wanted one, or
no, they
just
were like,
because of the
why does Sissy wear a skirt and pants? Why both? Do you know the
I
answer to this
don't.
question?
I don't believe I do. I Because they are pants. I wouldn't say they're leggings.
No, they're pants.
No, yeah, they're pants.
They're very
I
specifically
guess it's
pants.
just a design choice. I don't know.
How much do you know 90s and early 2000s fashion?
Me?
Yep.
I would. I would say I have very little knowledge of it.
This
Even
is
regular fashion nowadays, I don't pay attention to.
the skirt and pants thing was not uncommon in the late 90s to early
Oh.
2000s. It was just a look. I actually really like this look. I don't know. If
It's
I
a good design.
yeah, if I ever had to wear a skirt, I too would probably want to wear pants.
Yeah, I would
Yes.
agree.
But yeah, no,
Um,
like it's like the silly because you brought up Sissy, and I was like, that just reminds me of the skirt pants thing. Dude, Code Lyoko is a great show.
It
Absolute
is really
favorite.
good. I enjoy it very much.
I'm gonna
I really
gotta fan check you. What is the first episode?
the first
I
episode.
just want to see if people remember.
Isn't it Teddy Gonzalez?
Okay, then what is the first one that they actually wrote? Do you know that one?
The first one that they actually wrote?
Yeah, the first one in the story, the first one that they wrote.
Mm, I would say Xana Awakens, but
No,
I don't think
it's
that's
the
it.
satellite one. It's episode 2. I don't know why they did it, but they moved Teddy Godzilla up to episode 1.
I hmm, okay.
It's why if you play the original Code Lyoko game, it skips the entire story from the first episode and just goes to episode 2.
Huh.
Uh,
Seriously, I haven't played any of the games. I want to get them.
I wanted to
play
play
them.
the one on the stream, but I don't think they would do very well. I don't think I would do well with dual screen. I love this. Are you a femboy VTuber? No. Thanks for asking.
Hmm.
I'm just confident in myself. I literally don't care. I think that's the big thing about me is I don't care about most things.
I mean,
So
fine.
norms are not. It was a joke. Look at my face. Look at my crooked mustache. Do I look like I know how to take a joke? Crooked mustache is so crooked. I'm never gonna fix that, by the way. Never gonna
You're
fix
just
that.
gonna leave it there.
Yeah, it's just
It will forever be crooked.
just how it is.
Yeah. That's how it would be.
Need to watch more. I only made it up through season 1 of Code Lyoko the last time I went to watch it because I got busy. The whole show is on YouTube. People want to watch it.
It is.
Great
I
show.
do need to sit down and rewatch it.
Don't
Where I
watch
stopped
season
last
5
time.
ever.
I didn't even know that was a season.
It's Evolution. Evolution is season 5.
Evolution. I always thought it was a separate thing.
It's supposed to be a continuation, but they remove most of the characters, change all the personalities, and then completely butcher the show.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I mean, Williams got a character growth in it, but other than that,
I literally watched half of the first episode and nothing else. It was that bad.
It was pretty bad. I think I watched a few episodes, and then after that, I just was watching a bunch of clips because I didn't want to sit down to the episode.
If anybody hasn't been introduced to Code Lyoko yet, French cartoon from the early to mid 2000s, big foreheads,
yes,
and a bunch of students at a boarding school fighting against an evil supercomputer creature that's trying to destroy or take over or destroy the world, depending on the episode.
Yeah,
that's basically it.
Sums up. And it dabbles in both 3D and 2D. Yeah, no,
apparently
do enjoy it.
Apparently there's a fan game project right now going on.
I need to get Reddit again. I was on there and then my phone broke. And so I was out of phone for like a month or two. And I finally got a new one. Well, not a new one. I stole my brother's. But I got one. I was just like, okay, I need to re-download everything. And I have yet to download Reddit. And I was just like, I don't know what's happening in this community, but I have not been here forever.
I don't download Reddit. I only use browser for Reddit.
Reddit because I wanted something different.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, I don't know what it is. And so I got it. I'm like, there's communities, and I finally found the Code Lyoko community because I was just so curious where it was.
It's very quiet. But
let me just post my fan art here.
They did post this trailer that I'm now going to force you people to watch. I know all of you care so much about Code Lyoko, but there's a fan game project, and I usually don't react to stuff, but deal with it. Deal with it. Why is it playing at, okay, 360 is a wonderful. I don't get the music though, guys. The music gets me. Dude, the bow staff is a bit weird. I think they did a really good job of like modernizing the look.
Yeah.
Some things obviously need a bit of polish.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, it's the season 4 model. Please undo that. I do not like a lot of the changes for the season 4 ones.
No.
No.
Like the outfits are good.
It looks really interesting. My problem with Code,
Yes.
my problem is the thing that I like the most about Code Lyoko is like the interactions with the characters in the real world, like how many side characters there are and how they
Everyone
also
has.
react.
No, definitely. I kind of wish there was like more consequences or stuff happening a bit more with everyone else outside.
I just wish the
'Cause,
characters
like,
would remember their development.
because when the group says like, oh, we gotta stop Xana before someone gets hurt or even like dies, because if they return to the past they can't bring back the dead. I'm like, how did you figure that out? I want an episode of where they had that and they figure out like, oh goodness, someone passed away and they won't
I
be
think
brought back even
that would
if
be
they
a little
return time.
crazy for a kid show at the time, but
It would, but
but
it would.
also
It
like
would
they had notes on some of these things. Like he's got the computer, could probably figure it out by reading through the things. You could read, what does the subroutine do exactly? Oh, it doesn't revive the dead. Also,
go.
they would have learned that when Yumi got devirtualized. Like she got stuck in the ether or in the digital void in like episode 5. She didn't get
Hmm.
she didn't get brought back when they did the rewind.
Well, they didn't do a rewind. Did
Yeah, they did in
I don't
that
remember
case, I
a
think,
rewind happening first. Mm,
because
I see.
they spent time going back and rerunning the code in order to bring her back. But I don't know.
Mm,
They've had a couple times where somebody was or was stuck in the void, the digital void. Listen,
yeah,
I've got
they
a problem.
because Yumi was the first one that fell into the digital sea.
Yumi got completely destroyed in that show. She was like easily the
Yeah,
most picked on and attacked character
she's
out of
so
the
cool,
entire group.
but yeah, no, she's so cool, but she always poor Yumi.
Poor Yumi. Poor what? Million Tamiya. That's the name I'm looking for.
Oh,
When I
really?
think of literally the first characters you see on screen, but the thing that I remember them the most is for the zombie episode.
Oh my goodness, the zombie episode. That was a crazy episode first watching it. I'm like, what is happening?
Night of the Living Dead was such a good episode, but it's basically a rerun of the rat episode. So that feels
Yeah,
a bit
pretty
weird.
much. Both episodes, honestly. Those were pretty cool.
They had a
I
bunch
felt like
of
there was tired.
really cool ideas that they
My favorite
totally didn't rip
episode
from movies.
was the one where Xana, when they were stuck on Lyoko and Xana took away like their pain receptors, and I guess among other things.
Trying to think of
And
what that one was.
there was a wall of sand and a bunch of crabs, an army of crabs.
Oh, I know the episode. I don't remember. I know
I
the
don't know what the name
scene.
was,
I know the scene.
but like that episode, I love it. That's a really cool episode.
I,
I mean, it was
is
like
that a late season 1 or an early season 2 episode? Because I've definitely seen it
I
recently.
believe
It's a pretty
it was
early
late
episode.
season one. They didn't. Aelita. Mm, I'm trying to remember Aelita.
Alita was back and
That
forth on Lyoko until season 2, episode 2.
right. I think it was sometime during season one. It feels later, but I'm pretty sure it was sometime season one because
It feels like an episode
Um,
like 16 to 22, season 1 to me. But you know what?
yeah, I think
Code.
it was because they all had their season 1 outfits, and, Aelita didn't have her powers. She only had her creation one. Like, she didn't have her orbs.
It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one. I'm going through the list of all of them. Like, it's not that one. I love that one.
There are some pretty cool,
That's
episodes.
the relationship one. That's the sinking one. It's not Ghost Channel, right? Ghost Channel is the one where he locks them in the fake school.
Ghost Channel?
Ghost Channel,
Yes, I
yeah,
think
that's
so yeah,
weird
that's
one.
the one.
I don't think it's that one because in Ghost Channel they're trapped in a fake world within it. He doesn't take away
Yes.
their abilities to
I
see.
believe Ghost Channel. Yeah, that's
That one's new. Season 2 is a lot about Sector 5. Was it earlier?
I'm pretty sure it was earlier.
No, the trap is the elevator one. I love how there's like a bunch of episodes. It's like, this is the one with the elevator. Um, I literally don't know. I know the episode. I don't know when it was.
Um,
Well, enough of that. That's crazy. That's crazy talk.
um,
I haven't done much in terms of watching past beginning of season 2 recently. So bleh. I don't like a lot of dude, I feel like season 2 got really lazy with it and they were just like, let's go to sector 5 all the time. But then it also had some of the best episodes, so I'm confused.
I feel like, uh, no, yeah.
Yeah, because Attack of the Dead or Attack of the Zombies or whatever it was called is a season 2 episode.
Okay. Mm.
I remember A Fine Mess. That's the one where Odd and Yumi switch bodies. That's weird.
That was funny. That was a fun episode.
I don't know. I think this topic has run its course. It's also been 2 hours since we started.
Yeah.
I think
Uh,
just randomly talking and then having the
uh,
last 20 minutes about Code Lyoko is funny. But
man, I don't wish I knew the name of the episode. It
I
starts
haven't.
with the O.
Yeah, I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue. Holiday in the Fog. No, it's the graffiti one. That's episode 3. I don't know. I need to sit down and actually watch more of the episodes again. Need to get through seasons 3 and 4. My favorite, honestly, season 3 episodes 1 and 2 are like my favorite episodes of the show. I think it's
Yeah.
season 3 because it's the no, it's not those. Where is it? It's my favorite ones are the ones where they go back and show them finding Lyoko. Like the prequel between seasons 2 and 3. The Xana Awakens ones.
Xana Awakens?
Yeah, those are some of my favorite episodes.
It's a pretty good episode. I believe the second time of me rewatching Code Lyoko,
You
I
did a
went to
chronological?
Xana Awakens first.
Yeah, I've done that
And
before
then I
where
started.
I watched the chronological because that's supposed to be like a year and or so before the first season, and it's just funny.
No, yeah.
But to everyone out there, thank you for watching. I guess I'll be back on Monday, and we'll have a time event. Nox still didn't show up.
Yeah.
It's now 6:11. It doesn't matter because by this point, I've been sitting here too long anyway. Not active enough. So have fun, everyone. We've had some random conversations. I've switched some models a few times. I had a mustache.
Yeah.
I feel that's an important fact. Anything you want to say?
No, I think that sums it up. Thanks for watching, I guess.
Goodbye, mustachioed people. This is now a Claire stream in the future. She'll be hosting it.
Oh, alrighty then.
Have fun.